Hey y'all, it's Michelle360, and I have a bowl of the non-dairy version of Cherry Garcia by Ben and Jerry's. Shouts out to the founders of Ben and Jerry's. I see you getting arrested at protest. I also have Pepperidge Farms thin toffee milk chocolate cookie. Mm. This is my first time buying this one, but this is very good. Mm. And it goes well with Cherry Garcia. So, you guys, obviously K-pop is the least of our concerns at this point. We got a whole bunch of stuff we need to do, so K-pop hasn't really been on the forefront of a lot of people's minds. However, TV shows are still going on because Korea is like, hey, that American drama doesn't stop the show right here. So there's a couple things we could be talking about. But like I said, we got other things we've been thinking about. So this is an opportunity for you guys to tell me the things that you think I need to be paying attention to in K-pop. So I'm gonna tell you the first thing that I've heard, but I haven't retweeted it or anything because I'm still kind of angry. I heard Taemin's got to come back in July, which good on you. So glad that you've got to come back in July. I still need you to speak up. I need SM to speak up. That don't stop. But yeah, Taemin's supposed to be having to come back in July, and I hope it goes well for him. Mason, who I do my Boys Love vlogs with, he had a live stream yesterday, and he echoed much of my same sentiment when it comes to Taemin's music. I like Taemin as an artist in terms of his vocals and his dancing. I'm kind of tired of the BDSM sex dungeon music. Don't get me wrong, Taemin. I really like you. I like you a lot. I've bought a lot of things from you because I like you so much. And I still think that your album Ace is your best project in totality. A lot of people would challenge and say that it's Press Your Number. I don't know. I don't agree. I still think it's Ace. However, Move and Want sound very similar. Very similar. And I get why you would do that because Move was such an incredibly successful project. But that time has come to put that aside and do something else. And I mean, if your label mate is any indication of kind of what the public wants to hear, maybe consider doing an R&B album this time around, Jack. Maybe. Just think about it. Just think about it because Beckon's Delight is moving numbers. That man is banking. It's something that we really haven't seen before when it comes to a solo. And Taemin, as the first male solo to come out of kind of second gen SM from a group, you have to show them that you still carry that torch, that you're still that leader. So I'm going to need you to come up with a sound very different than what you're currently doing, because like I said, this that you're doing now with the, whispering in people's ears and slithering around them, that's fine, that's good, but I just need more variety. I would appreciate a little bit more variety. Thank you so much. Trying to think what else to talk about. Twice's new album is doing really well sales wise. I hope he has. I heard that part of the reason why Taemin's project was pushed back was because he wasn't happy with it. So that's why he decided he needed more time, which that's always a good thing. It's always nice to see that people are trying to work out the kinks. But yeah, I just need a different sound. As it is, I kind of plan to buy my album secondhand, if you know what I mean. It was really tasty. It's like chocolate covered cherry ice cream. I've never had it before, but it's really good. I mean, it could be that a backup dancer leaked the song, but even if a backup dancer leaked a song, that wouldn't be a cause to not do the comeback, only because SM has had songs leaked before. It's happened many, many times. And they've had demos leaked before. It's happened many, many times. And that never stopped them from releasing a title track. So I have to assume that maybe if it was leaked, that people heard it and they weren't super excited about what they heard, and SM was like, oh no. This is not getting the response we anticipated from one of our top stars. Let's head back into the studio. Great cookies. I love a thin cookie because I am a person who loves crunchy cookies. I know some of you out there love soft cookies. I'm sorry, I can't do soft cookies. They taste to me psychologically like cookies that have not been completely cooked yet. Okay, so is it Kiara? Kiara says, I didn't really listen to Beckham before, after Take You Home or EXO at all, but after Delight came out, my attention was caught. Okay, I'll talk about that too. But I agree. I bought City Lights. I still like City Lights. I still think Diamond is the best song on City Lights. It was written by Rodney Jerkins, which Darkchild, so it makes sense. But Delight is wonderful. And one of the really key things that I noticed from listening to Delight, I don't know if anybody else caught this as well, the song Love Again really caught my attention. Like, super caught my attention. And I'm like, this sounds like a Dean song, even though Dean's not doing music anymore. At least it doesn't seem like it. And when I went to go look at the credits for the song, I kind of expected to see Dean's name because he's written for EXO in the past, so it wouldn't be surprising. Cold wrote that song. And I think that's fucking amazing because SM is doing the thing that I told them they needed to do so many times in the past. Start looking inside your own country for the art. And Cold is an amazing songwriter / producer. I have as many physical things as I could actually catch hold of in my collection of KR&B stuff. And so it is a delight to see that they have decided they're going to go ahead and start using homegrown talent. And I feel like, in a way, it not only makes it to where the music is better because you have somebody who knows the sensibilities of the Korean public and can deliver in that way, but also when they're in the studio with the artist, communication is a lot easier. So there's a lot of ways where when a Korean producer steps into the room with a Korean artist, they're speaking the same language right off the bat. So if there's any musical issues, there's no communication barrier there. It's not just here's the song, go sing it. It's more like, tell me what I need to tweak right here. And it becomes an actual collaboration. And that is part of the reason why it's important to have them in the room. So now let's talk about AB6IX's Youngmin's DUI. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't follow AB6IX like that. I have one of their albums, true enough, but I don't follow them like that. And part of the reason I don't follow them like that is because I found their music to be a little bit plain. I bought the album, trying to be supportive, because I like new music. They were coming off of the heels of season 2 of Produce. Everybody was talking about, Daehui is such a great songwriter. This album's going to be full of bops. So I'm like, okay, I'll go with it. Wasn't super impressed. Was it good? It was alright, but it was just kind of middling. It's kind of like everything else that's come out of Produce. It's just kind of like, this is okay, but it doesn't really sound any different than anything anybody else is doing. So, since then, I really haven't paid attention to the group. But I did read about him having a DUI. I also read a translation of his handwritten apology, which I have to say, out of the handwritten apologies that I have heard or read, his was the one that sounded the most like, man, I really fucked up, guys. So kudos to you for knowing how to write an apology letter. In fact, I'm going to look it up on Soompi because you guys really do need to hear this. He did a very good job. So let's see. Soompi Youngmin. See what happens. Okay, so I just had to get to the article, you guys. So this is his apology as it was translated. Hello, this is Lim Youngmin. First, I am so ashamed and sorry to be giving you such disgraceful news. I am sincerely sorry for disappointing the many people and fans who have been showing me love and waiting for me. I feel pathetic and pained to have become a disgraceful hyung to the members who have been indelibly wounded because of me. Also, I want to sincerely apologize to the agency staff who have suffered great damages because of this. The members and many staff members worked so hard for a long time to prepare for this comeback, but because of my foolishness and irresponsible mistake, their efforts were undermined, and I am so deeply ashamed. I am keenly aware of all of my mistakes, and I'm deeply regretting and reflecting. I will accept all the criticism over my irreversible actions and reflect. To anyone who believed in me and supported me, including my fans, group members, agency staff, and family members, I once again sincerely apologize. So I think that was a great apology. I think the only person that he didn't apologize to was the general public for driving drunk, because at the end of the day, the general public is who you put in danger by driving intoxicated. So that's really the only person that he didn't apologize to in this. But this was a good apology, you know? I just hope that I hope he doesn't become a Kongmin. And you guys are Kongmin, sorry, Kongin. So I think you guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about Kongin. Kongin from Super Junior, he has had a couple of DUIs, but he's also just had, like, in general, problems with him drinking. And I think a lot of it comes from the compilation of, like, stress and defeat. So you get caught doing DUI. And you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. But the public is just, you're the one who drunk drove, and you're terrible, and you're shit, and we're never going to like you again, and you're awful. And then you have a community that tells you therapy and mental health and wellness is not a priority. So you might have somebody who was drinking because of depression, or drinking because they've been taught that drinking is what men do, and haven't been taught that you don't have to resort to drinking to prove your manliness. And then they also have everybody telling them how terrible they are. They return to drinking. And it keeps going, and it keeps going. And sooner or later, you have somebody who's caught in the midst of alcoholism. And maybe something else, sometimes something worse. And so I do think that forgiveness is something that we should offer people. I mean, yes, you should take this L right now. This L belongs to you. Eat it, enjoy it, love it, taste it. But I think in the future, we have to have a route for forgiveness, but that route for forgiveness definitely has to be defined. The public definitely needs to let him know what he needs to do in order to get this forgiveness. You can't hate somebody forever, because these same people who are willing to hate forever for something like this, which at his age could probably definitely be treated, when you do something like that, if it was you, you would feel like the world was unfair. You would feel like, what's the point of even trying? You could drive people to some really dark places. And we don't want to do that, because our whole thing is, it's never so bad that it needs to end. So I think that we need to put a road to recovery together. If that road is, prove to us that you've gone into rehab, prove to us that you have started seeking therapy, or, show that you've done a charitable donation to the equivalent of Mothers Against Drunk Driving or something like that that's in Korea. But do tangible steps that show people that you're trying to be better. And I think doing that would start the conversation about forgiveness. And then spending time not drunk driving anymore would really help out. That way people could see, not only did I say I was going to change, I have changed. Because that's really the only thing you can do. It's going to take time. Time is absolutely something you're going to have to see. But I think time can be taken. I definitely think you're going to want to go on one of these variety shows and talk about your life situation. Maybe talk about the fact that, you were wildly drunk out of your mind because you have been dealing with some personal things. And one thing about alcohol is that it helps take that away. But you realize that you can't use alcohol, substances, to forget your life or to avoid your life. That life has to be confronted head on, and you have to actually work through the things that are plaguing you, the ghosts that travel through your mind. And so that's why I say I really hope that recovery is more of an emphasis than just hate and vitriol and we'll never forgive you. But that's me. That's me. And this for drunk driving, by the way. This is not for Burning Sun or the Cacao Talk chat or any Nth Room. Those people, no. No, absolutely not. But him, I think that there's a chance this young man can be saved. What else do I need to be talking about? Very good. No, I didn't. Sure didn't. Ugh. Piece of cookie went down wrong. Sorry about that, y'all. I love you. I love you. You. I'm singing it so bad. Just leave me alone. I'm terrible. Nope, didn't see the handwritten apology, and I can't find it on Sumpy. So I don't know. Maybe. What? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Why would you? I need. It's not enough that you apologize. I need you to cry. You make me cry. Cry. Come on now. What is this? In Black? Get out of here. No. Yeah, I'm not seeing any handwritten apology anywhere on Sumpy as far as I'm looking at. So if you have a link, put it in the chat. But I'm not seeing it here at all. So no, don't know about that. What do you want me to say about Twice? I've talked about the fact that the song doesn't really move me, but that live stream I had to delete. Actually, I didn't even delete it. YouTube deleted it because they said that I was violating community standards and guidelines, which the fuck does that mean? I'm telling you, being a smaller channel is so frustrating because YouTube polices you like nobody's business, and I don't understand why. So I had a live stream that I did where I was just trying to lighten things up because there's been so much serious news and I wanted to do something that was just a little bit fun, a little bit nicer. And so I was like, let's just play like K-pop twerk songs. And YouTube, instead of giving you like the warning that you get saying like you're paid, like you're in hot water or whatever else, they literally shut my live stream down twice. They shut it down twice. And they deleted the video. Like I couldn't even go and like get it reviewed. It was just deleted. So I didn't get a chance to talk about how more and more was not for me. It just wasn't my speed. I get it. It's a very topical dance track. Like it definitely matches some of the Chainsmoker-esque music you'd hear on the radio, but wasn't for me. Wasn't my speed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you wouldn't have caught it because unless you were there, YouTube took it down lightning fast. What else do I need to be looking at? Momoland. So I've heard about that. I think it's is it Joey? Joey, I think. She put on her Instagram how people have been super mean to her. Like just incredibly mean. Like she'll post a selfie and people are like, vomit, ugh, yuck, how dare you, your face looks like an ogre, like all kinds of just terrible stuff they've been saying about her. And it's so sad because like the girls from Momoland, they might not be everybody's fave. I mean, definitely a few people have said they don't really like Nancy. I think that's her name, Nancy. But at the same time, they're just girls. They haven't committed any crimes. They didn't get caught doing DUI. There was a little eye rolling that people got upset about, but that's not a major deal. Everybody has those days. Everybody gets in a mood. Sometimes I roll my eyes, I'm rolling them now. There you go. But yeah, I don't know why people attack that way unless you're just a really pathetic person. There's a big difference between leveling criticism to somebody, like saying, these are the things you do that I don't like and I would like you to improve. There's a big difference between that and just straight up fucking bullying somebody because you're an asshole. And what people are doing to them is bullying them. It's not constructive. It's not adding anything to the conversation. Like, just talk. Just talk. Straight up. Just be like, hey, you did this thing that I found unacceptable, and so this is what it is. But if you are so just lonely, and if you're just so without a fucking job or a hobby or anything else to do, why don't you sit in the mirror and look at yourself and see if you really have the room to critique anybody else's appearance? Because I know I don't. I absolutely don't. I can't be talking about nobody's appearance looking at me. So no. Speaking of appearances, I think on that same live stream that got deleted, it talked about Park Bom's agency and their PR statement, which was just insane. So Park Bom is with this company that basically is just her company. I don't think they do anybody else. I think it's just her. But they released a statement and said that she's preparing for a comeback and she's exercising to lose weight. What? Why would you say that? What the fuck's wrong with you? Why would you do that? That's such a shitty fucking thing to do. Now, I am absolutely not one to talk about who needs to lose weight. So that's not the conversation you're going to get from me today. But Park Bom is a woman in her 30s. Losing weight when you're at that age is very difficult to do. So just saying, I'm going to be exercising to lose the weight. There's more that goes into it. And Park Bom has noted in the past that she has some health issues. And so, some of the weight gain could be related to her health. But more than that, Park Bom is not fat. Let's just say that right now. Park Bom is not fat. If you look at some of her most recent pictures, she's heavier than she's been. Absolutely. I'm going to look up a picture right now because I want to be able to take my point home here. Let's go with 2019. That's a good one. Because I want a more recent picture if I can find one. Trying to get a full body for you guys here. Okay, so this is a full body picture. This is actually a really good picture. She had to go with this one. So this is a full body picture of Park Bom. This was taken August the 15th of 2019. So this is her. That's her body, right? Just so you know, it is her. That is actually her. That's her body. That's not an overweight person. That's definitely not the same Park Bom who was in 2NE1, like in terms of like being super skinny, but that's not an overweight person. Here's another picture of her. Again, she's not an overweight person. She looks average at best. Definitely, like if she was not a celebrity and you saw that woman walking down the street, your first thought would not be, oh, she's a little heavy. It would be, damn, that is a really bright green dress you have on. So no, I don't know why that's what they went with, but I just feel like, how can you call yourselves a support for an artist and that's the shit you do? That's I feel like she does have some issues. I really do. Okay, so this is a picture of her from 2020. So this may be where kind of the rhetoric of you need to lose weight is coming from. Not that I'm saying she needs to, but I'm just saying like this could very well be what people are talking about when they're saying like you need to lose weight. So this is a picture of her at the 56th Grand Prix something other. I don't know what the fuck it is. That's her. Again, that's a normal sized woman. She's got this jacket on, which is doing her absolutely no favors, but her face is much rounder than it's been. Absolutely, her face is much rounder. This is her face. Her face is very much rounder than it's been. But she's still not fat. She's like, if I was the same size as her, you couldn't tell me shit. Because the only place I can shop is the plus size. That's literally the only place I can shop. But no, she's not that. She's got on a really bad outfit and her face is very round. But as I was talking to Mason, I feel like there's a reason why her face is round. Now, bear with me here because I'm about to say something that might be considered extremely unpopular, but everything I'm saying is alleged. Everything I'm saying is alleged. I think we can all agree Park Bom's face does not look the same way it did when she debuted on Oh Yeah with Big Bang. And you know what? It just is what it is. Korea is very looks driven, looks obsessed, and she was very much encouraged to fuck with her face. And in the years of fucking with her face, we don't know what she's done, but I have very much a reason to believe she's been getting dermal fillers. And the reason I say I feel that way is because if you look at very early pictures of Park Bom, her lips don't look the same. So this is a picture that somebody threw up, and I'm not saying that this proves what I'm saying, but like this is a picture of Park Bom's face over time. So you can see like her features initially were a lot more flat, and it looks like her features have gotten a lot more round, and like just like her cheekbones have become more prominent, her nose has been rounded off, her lips are a little bit more like this, and it makes me believe that she has dermal fillers. Well, I was watching a YouTube video from a plastic surgeon who does dermal fillers, and he was talking about how he had his patients do some MRI scans, and it turns out that dermal fillers, a lot of times when people are recommended to go back and get dermal fillers, once every 6 to 18 months, those fillers do not melt. They just shift. Follow me here. So let's say I get injections in my bottom lip and in my top lip. Well, you can see my mouth moving right now, right? All of my face has to move with my mouth. Like maybe from my eyes up doesn't have to move with my mouth, but from like my nose down, my cheeks have to move with my mouth. This part of my nose, like underneath my nose, has to move. My chin has to move. All the muscles, everything in my face are moving with my mouth. That constant jostling of the filler, once you've put it in your lips, causes the filler to move. So the filler travels up here, the filler travels over here, it travels down here. The filler moves around on your face. And so people are thinking, my lips are getting flatter, it's time for me to refill my fillers because my fillers have dissolved. That's not actually true. Actually, the fillers have just moved around. And over the course of time, as people get more and more dermal fillers put in, their faces start to get more round and start to look a little bit more cartoonish because all that surrounding area has gotten those fillers pushed in. So you're putting more and more filler in your lips to make them stand out against this more puffier background you now have. So I feel like Park Bom has been kind of working on her face for, close to a decade now, more than a decade maybe. And she probably has a lot going on underneath her face than what you and I can just see just looking at her. And depending on what kind of fillers they used, there are some fillers that you can get dissolved really easily, like hyaluronic acid fillers. They have a acid dissolver that you can put in and it will dissolve all that and your face will go back. But if you used silicone doesn't really have the same ability to be dissolved. And there are a lot of celebrities that have had silicone fillers and it fucked up their face real bad. Botox is another thing. If you get a lot of Botox in like your forehead and like the lines between your eyes and stuff like that, Botox has a tendency to relax the muscles. That's what it does. And that's the reason why it prevents wrinkles, because it relaxes the muscles to where they can't wrinkle because they're too relaxed to flex. Well, you can do permanent damage to the muscle tone when you don't allow the muscle to exercise. It's just like working out your body. If you are used to pumping iron and you got big ass arms because you've been pumping iron this whole time, if you stop working out, your arms are gonna stop being swole, right? And the next time you go to the gym, you're not gonna be able to lift as much weight as you used to because your arms haven't been worked out. And your eyes, if you get Botox in your forehead, your eyes will start to droop. because they can't lift themselves up because the muscle tone is gone. So that is part of the reason why you see celebrities that have these kind of weird ass faces, because the shit that they put in early on thinking I'm just going to get a nip and a tuck, it doesn't go away. It has consequences for everything you're doing, and later on those consequences are your face can't really recover. It wears all that age you tried to stave off early on. So that's my big plastic surgery talk there. So hope you guys understand. And there you go. I need to eat the last of my ice cream because it's really melting fast. What else do I need to talk about in K-pop? There'll be a last spoonful of ice cream and then I'll be done. Then it'll be just cookies. In my shiny colored bowl. I like the cherries more than the chocolate in that. The more I eat of it, the more I feel like they could do less chocolate and more cherries. Still very good though. Poor baby. WJSN and Wavy are coming back. I did hear about that. Twice being accused of Sajigi by antis. I mean, if it's an anti accusing you of Sajigi, they have a reason for that because they're mad, you know? I think that Twice has outsold IZ*ONE, and people are like, how can that be? Because IZ*ONE is so big. And I agree with what Sky Sapphire is saying. Like, Twice is not a no name here. Twice is a name. Twice is absolutely a name. I've got a fan going right now. I'm sorry if it's loud. I'm just hot. Menopause. I'm in that zone. I can't be expected to sweat all day long. Anyway, I mean, they're going to do their investigations. It'll be proven whether or not it is what you think it is. But Twice has got a huge fandom, and not just in Korea. Twice has a lot of international support, especially like in Japan, America, Europe. Twice is a known entity. And so, yes, to me, it is surprising how many albums they've sold of this particular album. Only because, like I said, I didn't think that the title track was very strong. But this is a legacy group here. And with a lot of legacy groups, they sell albums sight unseen. Like, there's a lot of legacy groups that they have albums sold at pre-order simply because people have liked them so much in the past that they don't care what they put out. I'm a legacy fan. SHINee can literally put out the phone book and I'll probably try to buy at least one copy. You know? And even though, like I said, I'm probably going to buy Taemin's album used because, you know, at the same time, I'm still probably going to get a copy because I like SHINee. And that's what's happening with fans of Twice. Onces are saying, we like Twice. It doesn't matter what they're putting out there. We're going to buy it because we love them. Also, they got a lot of new fans from Fancy, Feel Special period of time because they changed up their sound. So there's a lot of people saying, I like the direction you went in. This is more for me. I'm going to buy this album. So you've got like legacy fans of Twice, and then you've got people who maybe got introduced to them with their more recent change of sound that are like, hell yeah, this is what I like, I'm going to buy this. And so it's not surprising that they would sell a lot. Maybe the number is like, this is way more than we expected, but just for them to have a top selling album, that in and of itself is not a surprise. It would be more of a surprise if they had an album that sold 100,000 copies. That would be shocking. You'd be like, wait a minute, this is Twice, what the fuck? You expect more from those kinds of groups. So that's how I feel about that. Also, just while we're talking about Wavy, Lucas, I need you to stop hanging out with youngs. They are a bad influence on you. They are telling you nasty things. You're out here showing your body. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. You're a good boy. Minho's gonna be home soon. He could teach you the ways of the good boy. But right now, you're putting a little too much out there. Where are we to go from here? You've given us so much of your body. Where are we to go from here? So if any of you haven't seen Lucas's promo pictures, it's just a lot. It really is a lot. See, the internet doesn't want me to pull it up because they said it's nasty. Okay, here it is. I'm smiling because I cannot believe they did this. So this is one of the teaser pictures. That's a lot, friend. Yes, you are 21, but this is a lot, friend. This is a really, really lot. Just, it's springtime. It still rains. You might catch a cold. Put on a couple shirts, will you? Okay, according to this website, I don't know this website. I've never been to it. This website is called Bias Wrecker K-Pop News. It says Wavy's Lucas debuts tattoo in teaser, and it's actually real. When they released Lucas's, fans had a few questions about the tattoo he was sporting. As he sat on an elevated long bar, he was completely shirtless. While everyone was given a view of his ripped abs, there was something they noticed more. On the left side of those abs was a sizable tattoo of an animal centered there. From the glimpses of the tattoo in the video clip and the teaser photo, it appeared to be a lion. While some thought the tattoo might have been drawn on for the filming, it became clear that it was actually real based on moments from the past. During the variety show Dream Plan, fans noticed the strange way that Lucas had pulled up his shirt. Rather than just lifting the entire thing up, he only pulled up half of it, placing a hand to keep it over his left side. Woo! He also did the same thing in a fan cam, making sure to cover the left side of his abs by holding the shirt in place. When Super M hung out on the poolside with towels wrapped around them, they couldn't miss the way Lucas held his. He once again covered the left side of his abs. The way this is written is hilarious. Since the outline and coloring of the tattoo didn't appear as bold and sharp as a newly inked one, fans suggested it might have been old. Based on how long Lucas has been covering it, they seem to be right. He's had it way longer than anyone would have thought. Check out the teaser here to catch a glimpse of it. Woo! I know I'm reading that in a totally scandalous way, I'm sorry. But it is funny to me. It is quite comical. But yeah, he is out here, sans clothes, and just put some clothes on. Put some clothes on, child. Shit. His birthday is actually around the same time that a whole bunch of other people in my family have birthdays. It's in January. And I don't know. I feel like people born in January are just like really cool people. Like, I don't know Lucas like that, so I can't assume how he is. But the people in my family who were born in January are really, really nice folks. And so I feel like Lucas might be nice, just like going with the trend. And I hate to see a nice boy corrupted. Wait, you're lying. Lucas is my age now. I was under the impression he was much younger than me. I was thinking he was still in high school. Ha! No, he's not in high school. That boy is 21. That's why he's out here buck naked practically. What's next? The pants? I mean, at some point you'll run out of clothes to take off. So don't start that now. Don't let Kai ruin you. Don't let him influence you to be out here dancing naked in these streets. You deserve clothing. You've worked hard. Put some Gucci on your back. I'm just saying, pants are next. There's nowhere else to go. What else is there to talk about? I will tell you, I am remiss. I will absolutely acknowledge that. I have not been keeping up with Queendom. I have not been keeping up with Road to King... Oh, not Queendom. What's it called? Good Girl. That's what it is. What? Sensitive content. Oh my gosh. You got Twitter on us now. Now they're gonna think we're all looking at porn. This is what happens when you're a bad boy. Also, having seen Lucas in concert when we went to go see Super M in DC, that boy has got some of the broadest shoulders I've ever seen. I was shocked. Like, Taemin's got broad shoulders. Lucas has like a 2x4 for shoulders. Like, it's just, it's crazy. Like, his arms look like they hang awkward because his shoulders are so far apart. So, yeah, that's a ladder you want to climb. For those of you in his age bracket. I mean, not for me. I'm still waiting for Minho to come home. I mean, he's older now. He's been to the military. I feel like we're now kind of on the same page where if he decided he needed an older woman to cook meals, to rub feet, I'm ready. He's ready. I'm ready. We're ready to do this. But yeah, our son is out here half naked dancing around for girls. We need to tell him to stop. We need to tell him to stop. Mom and Dad are not impressed. Put some clothes on, sir. Trying to think if there's anything else that I need to be reading news-wise. No, not really. "44 days until Onu's out the military." Man, who are you talking to? I'm so excited that Onu's almost out. I cannot believe that he'll be out before July's over. It just feels unreal. This military service has been both long and short. That's the best way I can explain it. I mean, it seems long because it's hard to believe that Good Evening and all that stuff came out 2 years ago, but at the same time, it feels short because COVID and everything else has really gotten my mind off of even thinking about SHINee in the military. So, yeah. And then Taemin has been doing Super M stuff forever. So it's just very hard to feel like this has been a short time, a long time that he's been in the military because there's been so many distractions. Oh yeah, Onu is going to go home and the first thing he's going to do is eat, and then he's going to go to sleep, and he's going to wake up and he's going to eat some more. That man is not thinking about singing when he gets back from the military. He is thinking about sleeping. Sleeping and eating. Maybe a little fucking, but mostly sleeping and eating. And Onu, by the way, if you're looking for someone who is incredibly discreet, that could be there waiting on you to help release all this pent-up tension you have from being in the military, I would like to be tribute. I don't see why you need to stress out any of these idol girls with your unmet need when I don't really have anything to do, and my daughter can stay with other family members, so like I don't really have any obligations at this point. So yeah, if you need me to come over just so you can have somebody to talk to in a very intimate way using bodily movement, I would definitely love to be your intimacy coach. So yeah, this is my channel. Look me up. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, but if you give me fair warning, I will start taking yoga classes. Onu's got thighs. I'm trying to think what else is there to talk about. Oh, gang! Gang! That's what I get. I need to talk about gang. I need to talk about gang because Rain is my bias of all biases. I love Minho, but Rain was the first king of charm in my life. I'll never forget the first time I heard Rainism. I was like, what is this? I want to be a bad boy. What the heck? Bad boy? What are we doing? And I fell in love. I fell in love. But I really knew I was in love with Rain with Love Song. Love Song was, you push me away with your very hands, once was so wanted by me. Oh my gosh. And rip off the clothes and body roll. Oh, Rain. Oh, Rain. I know you're married now, but I'll never forget those times we shared in my mind. in my imagination because we have never been even in the same room. Actually, no, that's not true. Well, it wasn't technically a room, but we were in the same stadium together when I saw you at Korean Times Music Festival. Anyway, I've loved Rain for a really long time. But I'll be honest with you, when Gang came out, I was like, no, this is not it. And I wasn't the only one. Korea roasted Rain. They just like, no, we don't want it. We're not going to do it. Leave it alone. Go away. So, at the time, I didn't think more of it. I just remember thinking, like, hopefully Rain goes back to the drawing board and he'll come back with something super good and delicious that I can anticipate and we'll all be fine. What I got instead was Rain on TikTok, which, you know what? It is what it is. But Korea did something that I have to say made me smile. They decided to turn Gang into a meme. And people were like, doing the choreography, and in the comment section they were leaving comments like, you know, listening to Gang cleared my skin and rose my grades, stuff like that. And so it became such a thing that Rain went on a television show with Yoon Jae-suk to talk about the fact that, you know, Rain was kind of, that Gang was a flop and then became a meme. And Rain was like, you know what, the song was bad, the lyrics were not great, I didn't do a good job, and I'm willing to take that on myself. All you can do is laugh, but I do think that the jokes that they're making are funny. They're not mean-spirited, so, you know, keep on doing it. And people were so impressed with his just, like, willing to laugh at himself attitude that they started playing it for real. And people started actually liking it. And Higher Music, Jay Park, PH1, the team, they're like, we really like the song enough for us to do a whole fucking video. And not only did they do a remix to Rain's Gang where he's not even featured on it, he's like, it's just all the Higher Music people. Not only did they do a remix, they also released a video, and that bitch went to #1. The song went to #1 on all but like one of the music charts in Korea. Rain. And then the original song started climbing the charts. Rain, it just goes to show you can't keep a good bitch down. You, sir, are that good bitch. They cannot keep you down. They try to hate. They try to rain on our parade. But at the end of the day, you are a megastar. You are the one that everyone else in Korea wants to be. And you did it. You did it. You did it. Rain literally is your idol's idol. Say what you wanna. Say what you wanna. Rain is your idol's idol. He really is. If your idol was to be told to wait in a room and Rain was to walk into that room, your idol would freak the fuck out. They'd be like, oh, it's Rain! Me, on the other hand, if you put me in a room and Rain walks into my room, I wouldn't even have a chance to talk to him. I would probably pass out from nerves. Like, I would see him out the corner of my eye and just all of a sudden fall unconscious. So don't ever do that to me. Let me know ahead of time. At the very minimum, let me know ahead of time so I can wear a dress. You know, easy access and all. But yeah, if you haven't heard the remix of Gang, I highly recommend that you do so. I think most people would probably like the remix of Gang better than they like the original. So it makes sense for you guys to go ahead and check that out. I'm only going to play a snippet of it because I don't want this to get super, I don't want this to get deleted. I don't want YouTube to delete this video. I don't mind a copyright claim, but a copyright strike that would strike the video would really hurt my feelings. So I'm just going to play a little bit of the remix. So you can see, they use the same music. The only thing is that they put Higher Music vocals and rapping on top of it, but they use the exact same background music. Even Jay Park singing on this song did the same thing. Jay Park, can you please sing again? Can we stop acting like we want Jay Park, the rapper, and just acknowledge that we want Jay Park, the singer? I am so tired of waiting for this man to sing. He's always featuring singing on other people's stuff, but he refuses to put out an album of him singing again. I don't want the road less traveled. I don't. It's awful. It's awful. Basura. I don't want it. I want everything you ever wanted. Actually, you know what? This just goes to show Jay Park is fucking trolling us. I know Jay Park is fucking trolling us because he released an album of him singing and called it Everything You Ever Wanted, meaning that he knows that we want him to sing. Fucking guy. Fucking guy. I would fuck that guy. Fucking guy. Mama would give it to him, but still, I expect more. But yeah, Rain, I am so glad that he's back on the charts. I have not seen his teaser from I Land because I am not going to be checking out anything about I Land until it comes out. And even then, I'm not sure. Because on the one hand, I'm kind of over reality shows, but at the same time, reality shows are what move the needle. So it's just like, I should watch it if it becomes a big point of conversation for the K-pop community. But on the other hand, I didn't actually watch the show, The Unit, which Rain was on. So shame on me. And also, I'm just tired of reality competitions for singing. Like Road to Kingdom, the only reason why I was even trying to check that out is because, you know, they had some really interesting covers and stuff like that. But in Good Girl, I wanted to watch because it was like Queendom, but with people who don't have as high a profiles as the girls that were on Queendom. But yeah, I'm pretty sick of reality singing competitions where you take desperate kids and you make them sing and dance for you, having the belief that they might have a chance at greatness when the fucking whole show is rigged any damn way. Honestly, who wants to watch another rigged season of Produce? I don't. So yeah, like I said, I'll probably check in here and there, but I'm not going to commit to watching the show because I'm just tired of watching them try to play us. Especially, like, they still have not addressed, and I think that Mnet needs to do it, how they're going to refund these people for the money they spent televoting. Because honestly and truly, I still would want my money back. If I was one of the people in Korea who sent a text message that I had to pay for in order to vote for a trainee on Produce, and I found out that it was already rigged from the beginning and they already knew who was going to win and they were fucking with the votes anyway, I would want my money back right away. Give it to me now. In fact, I would contact the telephone company and say, yes, there's been a major fraud committed. There are news articles about it. I need my 50 cents back. Thank you so much. Love you, girl. Bye. So, no, it's just, I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all. Speaking of Road to Kingdom, like I said earlier, I have not been catching up on Road to Kingdom. However, I did watch 2 performances. I watched the performance of... No, I watched 3 performances. Now that I'm thinking, I watched 3 performances. I watched the performance of Rain's It's Raining by ONF. I'm going to continue to call them that. I know their name is on off, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call them ONF forever because I hate them now. They have officially made it to my shit list. They did a cover of It's Raining. If you have not watched the cover, please write it down and make that the first thing you do after you stop watching me. I can't believe that somebody hates either them or Rain enough for them to fucking butcher that song. Okay, yes, It's Raining is a really old song. Like, that song has got to be a smooth 10 years old probably. So no, it doesn't sound like anything that you're hearing on the radio right now. It sounds very dated for the time. Absolutely. You are not lying, girl. We are here. However, it had a distinct sexy feeling to it. It's Raining is a song that has a woman whispering, "Go rain, it's raining, it's raining, go rain." Like, it has that. You know, there is a vibe there. And for them to be like, "Oh, let the music control my body." No! No! That's not how that goes. It's not that kind of song. It's not that kind of song. It's a song about diving deep into the wiles of femininity, if you will. It's about getting it, and getting it good, getting it juicy, getting it wet. I'm sorry if I'm being too descriptive for some of y'all. I know y'all are young. It's not about how much you love to dance in the rain. Are you mental? Have you not ever watched it perform it? It's a sexy song from a sexy man. If you don't want to do a sexy song cover, pick somebody else. Pick a different song from Rain even. Rain has songs in his catalog that are not sexy songs. He absolutely does. You could pick one of those. You absolutely could. If you need a cute song, there are cute songs in his catalog. They're not my fave, but they're there. Do that. Don't do this. And this is why I'm saying I'm always going to call them ONF, because fuck that, man. They already attacked Shiny with everybody for me. Did not like their cover. Now they have totally twisted the Rain song. Did not like their cover. Which of my faves are you going to hit up next? Are you going to hit up Sistar? Which of my faves are you trying to ruin next? Because I feel like you are targeting me personally. I feel like you are literally looking at me and my musical history and saying, who does she love? I'm going to make sure I fuck with everybody that she loves. Go rain, it's raining, it's raining, go rain. Come on, man. Oh, let the music control my body. Ah! Let the music control my body. It's totally different feels. Totally different feels. Fuck those guys. Fuck those guys. I'm not over it. I am not over it. If you can't tell, I am not over it. Golden Child should not have went home. It should have been fucking ONF before they had a chance to ruin Rain for me. I'm not over it. I'll never get over it. I'm not over it. I'm not over it. Fuck those guys. Now, the performance I saw that I really liked was TOO, their cover of Hard Carry by GOT7. Now, I have said before in the past, so you might be surprised, I said before in the past, I don't like Hard Carry. I thought Hard Carry was not a great song in the GOT7 discography. I felt like it was the start of them losing popularity in Korea. Because, like, I felt like before Hard Carry, it was like, you know, Just Right, If You, Fly, and then Hard Carry, you know? And so, I've always had a personal dislike of Hard Carry. However, if you watch the video of 2 doing hard carry, I don't know what they did, why it's so very different, but their version of hard carry slaps. Like, I kind of want to download it. I really, really like it. They too kind of pitch the song a little bit different, but it still very much matches up with like the haphazard energy of young GOT7. Current GOT7 kind of takes themselves a little bit too seriously, but back when GOT7 was about acrobatics on stage, they were kind of silly, and definitely 2 brings the silliness to hard carry. So I recommend listening to it. I know it's not everybody's bag, but like, it is a song that I thought I would never like, and they actually made me like it. And so for that, thank you very much, boys. I hope you make it another week, because also your rendition of Rising Sun was pretty good and people just didn't get it, and I'm sorry that they didn't. Then we have Kill This Love, which was the Pentagon version. When men do covers of women's songs, they have a tendency to either want to do kind of a slapstick parody version of a girl song, or they want to do a version of the song that is wildly different. Like, they have a tendency to not want to do a girl song the way that the girl group did it. However, Kill This Love is not a super feminine song to me. Yes, there is kind of the pre-chorus breakdown, which is a little bit softer than the rest of the song, but the song is a very aggressive song that I think if it had been given to iKON or one of the other YG groups, they wouldn't have had to do much to change it. Like, maybe a couple lyrical things, but that's it. What they did to Kill This Love just made it obnoxious. Like, seriously, it was obnoxious. And if your egos are so fucking fragile that you can't just straight up sing a girl's song, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I just honestly don't know what to tell you, because y'all didn't have to do that song. And it's not the other thing is too, like, I can almost see where ONF is coming from, changing its rating the way they did. Because like I said earlier, we're talking about a 10-year-old song here. I could definitely see where some changes could be made. Not the ones that you made, but still some changes. But Kill This Love only came out, what, 2 years ago? It's not even that fucking old. It's still very current. It's already a dark, sexy song. What? Why? 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 Why you do this? Why you do this? Pentagon, I really was hoping that this show would be an opportunity for people to get to know you in a different way, because I mean, I didn't want to mention it before the show was over, but let's all be very real in the room here. The minute that Hyuna and Edong took their show elsewhere, people really lost interest in Pentagon. Facts. Absolute facts. You needed a win. You need to win more than just about anybody on this fucking show. You need the public to love y'all. Like, this is a time when you need to do everything possible to get the public to be like, yes, we love these boys, bring them back, bring them out, we want it, let's go. That's what you needed. If you couldn't handle doing a girl song without over masculizing it, then you shouldn't have done it. You should not have done it. You should have straight up said, we can't do it. You know, there's a such thing as editing. They could have announced on the show, oh, you're going to get this song. And then they could have easily edited that moment out and retook it and then be like, oh, you're going to get this song. Like, you're going to get a DBSK song or whatever else. But like, seriously, if you think that this is the way to do it, that the moves you've been making are sure signs of success, you need to watch this show. You need, at the very minimum, you need to listen to your performance without looking at your performance. Because while the choreography and shit was cute, you need to listen to how you sound and see, is this something that I would want to listen to? Like, honestly, that is really and truly the point of this. When you're doing covers of these songs, take away the choreography, take away the visuals, listen to the cover you're doing. Is this a song you would want to hear on the radio? If it's not, if this is a song that you would not want anything to do with, turn that shit off. Start over again. Make it make it something listenable. Because again, and the point should not be lost, you are covering another artist's song. A song that has a meaning to the fans of that artist, that has a meaning to that artist's history, that has a place that's very defined. Changing something up is allowed, but losing the spirit of the song, making it something that it never was, is not right. And I think that's what's happening here, is people are definitely going style over substance. And the substance of some of these songs are getting lost in people's attempts to stylize these songs for the show. So, I mean, good luck to you all. You're going to need it. But Pentagon, if you make it to Kingdom over 2 or The Boys, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. At this point, I feel like this show is The Boys to lose. At this point, I feel like they're probably going to end up sending One Is Home, because it seems like a lot of people really aren't on their side. But I think The Boys, right now, if they don't fuck it up, they are the team to beat. I still can't get over their cover of Danger by Taemin. Like, I want to buy that. Is there a place for me to buy a couple of these covers? Because I need the GOT7 Hard Carry cover, and I need the Taemin Danger cover. So if you guys know, is that on the Play Store? Because I don't have iTunes because I have Samsung. But yeah, I would like to have those. Give them to me now. But it's been an hour, you guys, and I did 20 minutes before this, so I'm going to actually get off of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. These are trying times. I definitely encourage you to sign petitions if you haven't already. I believe that there's a lot of stuff in the world that's wrong, and you don't even have to look outside of your own community. You can look in your own, but I think it's a sign of compassion and humanity to look outside of your own community and be helpful as well. I'm going to say it again. The Philippine terror bill is still on the table, and if it passes, the Philippines is basically going to become a police state. They can arrest you for things you say online with no cause. You can remain in jail without charges for, like, I think a month or 2. Whose freedom does that protect? They don't have to give you cause. They could just throw you in jail for 2 months. And if they can do that without cause, who's to say they can't let you out and do it again? Brazil has practically burned down the Amazon. We can't breathe as a species without the Amazon. We can't. We can't do it. We can't do it. China has passed laws in Hong Kong to protect their reputation in Hong Kong and to police that city down. Uyghurs, who are the Muslim population in China, are disappearing at a rapid rate and being forced into concentration camps as we speak. As we speak. As someone just commented, intoxication as a defense for sexual harassment and assault. Are you fucking kidding me? By the way, that actually is a defense in Korea, if you didn't know that. But the world has problems. My problems feel big to me because they're mine. But let's not ever be so caught up in ourselves that we can't see when our neighbors need our help. So, as much as I am encouraging you to sign petitions on behalf of Black Lives Matter, on behalf of different equity causes that affect the black community, please look into some of these world situations. Please do. There's no perfect society on the face of the earth except for maybe Bhutan. I heard that people in Bhutan are extremely happy. But I need you guys to do me a favor and just kind of look out there and see what's going on. Because as trite as this sounds, we're all in this together. Because there's only one Earth. Like, literally, I can't leave this bitch and neither can you. We are all in this together because we ain't got nowhere the fuck else to go. This is it. This is the only planet we're getting. So it doesn't hurt for us to be kinder to our planet and kinder to each other because ain't nobody going nowhere. You feel me? So thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. I love you. Stay safe, okay? Stay safe. Do what you need to do to protect you. For real.